the toilet when it's on. Tell me this, how did last year feel, getting back on the podium, #1 spot?
I was only having a wee Jenny.
Is that a modern day term for cannabis, or? I don't know. Just answer the question, okay?
Okay. Sure, it was great. I mean, that was one of my motivations for getting back to racing was they won the Northwest 200 again, and also the Le Mans TT, and I'd achieved the Le Mans, but not at the Northwest. Just different circumstances, just never happened for me. And this year, last year, I really motivated myself in that I brought my old sponsor back, Kennedy Equipment Sales, which I was very successful with in one of the British Championship. And I really set a pedestal for myself, and I had a year off because I had to get my leg fixed. And I knew it was going to be difficult, but it's a bit like winning's like riding a bicycle, you never forget.
You were riding a bicycle.
Well, yeah, well, you know, the same thing applied, you know, and I'm a strong-minded person anyway, so, you know, I knew I could do it. It was just, everything went well, and one of my major worries was the weather. And the weather was good for me, and I knew that this was a great opportunity for me, and I made the most of it. That's basically it. And I think that's what winners do.
But I remember you with the big case thing around your leg, and you had it for months and months after your operation. At that time, did you really think, I can get back out there? Not only that, but I can win again.
Well, you know, it's a bit ironic that the injuries that I had was the motivation for me to get better again, you know, because, you know, I never hurt my head, although you may find out, but
I'll let that one pass from it.
But you know what I mean, so always mentally I knew that I had the ability. It was just the body was letting me down a bit, so, you know.
I know that feeling. Tell me this, you've changed your bike?
I've changed it. This is my bike that I won last year on, yeah, which is obviously sentimental to me in that, but I hope it's not my last winning bike, you know. And I've got the first bike that I ever started racing on. It belonged to my brother Joe, and hopefully I'll keep the last one.
But you're on, am I right in saying you're on Aprilia this year?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I've rode 125 Hondas all my life. They're excellent bikes, but they're not a proper racing bike really, in the sense that they're good for clubman racing, and you've got to spend quite a lot of money on them to get them up to the level of international racing. And I really did last year struggle with the 400 lads. And some of them are not as experienced, but they got, you know, their bikes are quite fast. So it was difficult for me, and they're not about ready to give you a push, you know. And which I mean, I don't mind because I can push. I'm not that big, but I can push quite hard. But I did struggle a bit to get away from them, and you know, I was, you know, it was a bit dangerous at times. But motorcycle racing is, and I mean that's something that you got to accept. But this year, you know, it's difficult because whenever you're successful, it's hard to
Accept anything less.
well, accept anything less, and it's hard to keep that up and do better than what you've done, you know. And I always like to strive to do better, you know. And it would be difficult on a Honda, I think, this year.
Well, I think you've strived well over the years. Robert Dunlop, good to see you.